AMC stock so far on the day has over 70% positive order value. Now, what does that mean? Out of the total dollar amount of options hedge funds and institutional investors are placing on AMC, 70% of that is bullish. That could explain partly why AMC stock is holding up so well today. Again, it's down 3%, but if you take a look at my portfolio, which we will do once we get into this video, AMC is actually the second best performing stock out of any of the other stocks that I own in this particular portfolio. So we have a lot to talk about. We actually have Fed Jerome Powell coming on right about now, as really when this video will be posted around 1 p.m. He's going to come out and he's going to give us clarity on what to expect throughout the rest of this year, but specifically at that next May meeting. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's get into it. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, do what you guys got to do. If you guys want to come trade with us live in real time, link down below in the pinned comment. We got the Snapchat puts for earnings. We got the Facebook puts as well for a sympathy trade, and they are on the chopping block just like Netflix was. Those trades up over 100% just on the day. We just hit the Tesla puts yesterday, 128 into over $700 by the end of the day. If you guys want access to all of those trades, not a recommendation, you could lose or make a lot of money. Check that link out, pinned down below in the top comment. Now, let's get into this video. So AMC stock is down an even 3%. First thing that I want to show you guys is one of my portfolios and some of the stocks that I own in this Robinhood portfolio. I have like 4 other portfolios. So this one, it's not my largest, it's not my smallest, it's, you know, a decent portfolio nonetheless. You could see Lucid down 4.25%, Affirm down 4.5%, PayPal down 5%, Square down 5%, DraftKings down 5.5%, good old AMC, and this is again one of my smaller positions of AMC, down 3%. UWMC and Abivai are the only better performing stocks that I own. Even Snapchat down more than AMC. So I think this says a lot. And when I say it's showing strength, when I say AMC stock is showing strength and is looking strong on the day, it's really a relative thing, right? If my whole portfolio is down 4 to 5% individual stocks, AMC is only down 3%, or in this case right now 2.88%, it's actually showing a lot of strength, and it's showing you a very clear thing that hedge funds, institutions, big money that move stocks around are actually feeling quite bullish about the prospects of AMC. And we can see that as well if we look at the option flow activity for the day. You're looking at 5 orders totaling $3.04 million, positive order value of 70%. On a day that is so volatile and that could move so big due to Fed Jerome Powell, the fact that AMC is only down 3% and 70% of hedge funds and institutions are bullish on the stock and are placing short-term call options on AMC, it definitely shows a lot. Now, depending on what Fed Jerome Powell says at 1 o'clock, it's going to be like a debate talking about inflation, what they expect to do, how they want to tackle this problem. Their mandatory requirements, getting inflation down close to 2%, and maximum employment. They have gotten the maximum employment part correct for quite a while now, but the inflation thing has been a bit tricky for them. So if we're going to get that 0.5% rate hike, like the markets are firmly pricing in, then we're going to get confirmation of that here today. If Fed Jerome Powell steers clear of that, that is going to be a very bullish thing, and I would likely expect to see the markets react very favorably to that. Now, if the Fed comes out and says, yeah, we might have to just stick with 0.5% rate hikes every time, that's not going to be so good, but I think the Fed is going to focus on the balance sheet a lot more, because I think in the Fed scenario here, you have to get the balance sheet down, because eventually when another recession comes, that's a big tool to use. That has propped up the bond markets, kept rates super low. That has propped up real estate to a certain extent as well. And you got to get rid of that balance sheet because you can't keep adding to it. So you have to do that judiciously. And I think that's what he is going to basically let us know here today. And I don't really think that's going to be a very positive thing, because the last time we seen the balance sheet reduced in a substantial way was 2018 to 2019, and the stock market did fall about 25%. So for obvious reasons, the markets are concerned about what Fed Jerome Powell may say today. But overall, concerning AMC, it's a great thing to see the stock holding up so well. This thing could be tanking 5 to 10% on days like today, and it's simply not. And you also are seeing on an everyday basis, the institutional and hedge fund option activity has been very bullish. Can you say AMC stock to the moon? To the moon? To the moon? No, she's not feeling it today. As you guys can tell, that is still a work in progress. Now let's dive into some of the specific data for AMC stock. Like we said, 70% positive order value, 5 orders totaling $3.04 million. Over the past week, 116 orders totaling $108.78 million. Positive order value of 78%. So this is a very good sign. Usually before a stock makes a big move, you will tend to see hedge funds and institutions making options trades to the bullish side. They usually know something that we do not. So what we're seeing right now with the price action and the option activity would suggest that, or maybe they're just getting ready for the next big rally. Maybe it's a technical rally. Maybe there is news involved. Maybe it's based off of the markets or what Fed Jerome Powell is going to say. There's a lot of different reasons why somebody would purchase a lot of options on AMC, obviously call options, or potentially just buying the stock, because that is obviously what is happening here today with AMC. The fact we're not down 5 to 10% is telling you something. Now, as far as this short interest, you're looking at 19.35% short interest of free float, 99.76 million shares that are sold short, cost to borrow max of 2.73%, utilization of 100%, and days to cover sitting at 2.36. So all of this looking very, very bullish. You need to see a catalyst for the MOS, and I don't think the MOS is even possible until liquidity is restricted even more. You're talking about the next couple Fed meetings, the end of summer, fall time. You're going to have really bad sentiment, in my personal opinion, in the markets based around earnings and fundamental valuations. I think they will compress more and come down, specifically in a lot of stocks that have direct control of the overall market. Now, on top of that, we do have a lot of earnings that will be coming out today. Very important ones like American Airlines. That will affect the travel sector, but as well as that Snapchat. Snapchat is going to be very important for the advertisement business to give us a glimpse into potentially how Facebook will report, and even Twitter. So today is actually a pretty important day for earnings as well. Snapchat, very expensive, but for all transparency's sakes, I did buy one May 20th, $25 call. That is up like 20 or 30% right now. I plan on holding that. I am a long-term investor in Snapchat, so I do want to hedge that out just a little bit, because after all, that's what options are for. They are supposed to be insurance for your long positions. Now, as far as the option activity is concerned for AMC stock, the April 22nd Sanko tracker data is tweaking out just a little bit. It says 0 calls in the money, 0 calls out of the money. But for next week, you're looking at 1,200 calls that are in the money, 56,000 that are out of the money. But as we do know, those weekly options do affect the stock price more than anything else. So coming, today, tomorrow, next week, I want to see how this option chain does start to populate. If we do get a catalyst, that's what really drives the FOMO buyers to the markets. And as far as the federal funds rate monitor tool, you're looking at about a 94.9% probability of a 0.5% rate hike. So Fed Jerome Powell here in just a couple of minutes will confirm that to us, or he will not. If he does not, that is very bullish, long story short. If he does, it's along the lines of what we expect, so I wouldn't expect the markets to come down in a meaningful way. But if he gives us a new detail like the balance sheet reduction schedule, because keep in mind, they have not clarified that on us. They've basically said they want that to run off in the background as they do raise rates, but if they signal they will go more aggressive and even sell assets off the balance sheet, that's what could really spook the markets, and that's the main thing to be watching for. That's what I am going to be paying very close attention to here in just the next couple of minutes. So that will be very important. As far as the max pain for AMC stock by the end of this week, that is sitting at $18 per share. That would be a sizable move from where we currently sit at about $16.85 per share. So keep all of this in mind. The key level to the upside for AMC is going to be the 50-day moving average. That is at $18.64 per share. The key level to the downside is $15 per share, just depending on what happens with Fed Jerome Powell today. That's really where you're going to get a big move. So thank you guys for tuning in. I gotta go tend to my daughter. I think she is pretty hungry, probably wants a baba. So thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, do what you guys gotta do in that regard. If you guys want to come trade with us live in real time, come make this money or come lose this money. For my personal protection, I have to let you guys know options trading is risky. You are liable to lose all your money or make a lot of money depending if you YOLO your portfolio. Obviously, there is a lot of inherent risk that comes with that, but we like to focus on strategies over there that are winning strategies that give you the highest probability of making money. So if you guys want to come trade with us, do what you guys got to do. Come join. Link down below in the pinned comment. Follow me on Twitter as well. Also link down below in the pinned comment. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one.